Hello everybody, welcome back to another AI video. In this one, I'm going to show you how to take one of your own sketches or doodles or your own line art that you drew up, and you could turn it into amazing AI art in multiple different styles and with extreme accuracy and fidelity. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Here is a piece of line art, for example, of this nice sort of anime looking girl here. And then look at this. If we go into this program here called Prome, and I'll give you a link in the description below. Look at this. This is almost perfect. If I hover over this icon, here's the line art. Here's what it's turned into. Like, it is literally perfect. This is crazy. And of course, it does it in multiple styles. So here's a little bit more of a realistic one versus like a photo one versus an anime one. It's all in here. Let me show you how to do this in about a minute or so. Let's get cracking. So I'm on PromeAI.com. The first step is you want to go to the left side under product, go to sketch rendering. Do note that it has a whole bunch of other things you can try out if you want to, but we're going to go with sketch rendering for what we're looking to do. Click on sketch rendering and you'll see here that it says they want to upload a photo or line drawing to be rendered. Yes, this does photos as well, which is kind of cool. In this case, I'm going to grab one of my pieces of line art here. I believe it's in my pictures folder. And there we go. Yes, lady line art. Here we go. Yeah. All right, drag and drop that in there, and it's going to go ahead and slowly but surely upload it in there. And presto, we're cooking now. So all you need to do now really is go down here to the bottom. It's got a very helpful UI in my opinion. It's quite well thought out. And here you go. You can just apply some styles. So if we went with common, it obviously defaults to no particular style. But again, I'm looking over here. Natural, photography, commercial, Japanese manga. And this one we're going to go with manga because it works very, very well. But film, fashion, game, etc., etc. If you are a business and you're looking for things like furniture, fashion, jewelry, interior design, it does have a very businessy type style in game and anime as well, if you're into that kind of thing. Look at that, actually. This could be quite good too. Yeah, we're going to go here with common, but I wanted you to see the other options. We'll go with no style to start, and then we're going to go with a render mode of precise. Now, there are 4 different render modes, and you can go ahead and give it a little bit of a description. So if you wanted, like, for example, I don't know, red hair or something like that, you could type that in, or you can type in anything you want, really. But I'm just going to go ahead with the most generic, basic mode. I'm going to click generate. You're going to see here that we're in a queue here. You could pay to accelerate it, like some sort of... like you're in a mini game or something like that. But anyways, this is how you do it. I'm going to come back when it's done, show you what we got. All right, welcome back. So here is our first kick at the can. And I have to admit, it's done a pretty darn good job, especially because we can just do a hover here and compare it. So for example, let's go with this middle one. Well, no, this one's pretty good too, actually. They're all pretty good. So let's see here. If I hover over this icon here, here's the original line art. Here's the render. It is pretty much perfect. Now let's try this one here. Line art, render. Line art, render. Look at that. It has made a few stylistic interpretations, so to speak, but it's done an amazing job. Let's do one more kick at it and then we'll wrap it up. All right, so if you want to render it again, you don't have to go back and go to the home page or anything like that. All you got to do is just hover back down here. In this one, we had it just set to the basic mode and it did an amazing job. But I'm going to go down here to game and anime, hover that. And then for this one, I'm gonna go with something like children's. Let's go with a fairy tale. That sounds pretty cool. And then for render mode, instead of the regular one, we'll go with. Let's go with concept. No, let's go with space. Yes. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and we don't need to write anything in. I'm gonna hit generate, and I'm just gonna give you another example. Oh, generation failed. Oh wait. Isn't that like everybody in Gen X? That's my generation, by the way. Anyways, I'm going to let this render, come back when it's done, then we'll wrap it up. All right, welcome back. So yeah, it's a little different, but honestly, it's quite cool. Especially if you're making like a video game, like a 2D video game. This could definitely work, or at least work as a starting point. If I hover over it here, like I did before, you'll see this is the original line art. This is what we got. This one's a little more accurate, I suppose. Again, there's been quite a bit of interpretation in there, and latitude given to it, but there you go. And if you want to download it, all you gotta do is hover over it, and then here you go, click on the standard download. If you want the high-resi version, you have to pay for it, but you can always just download it and then upscale it if you ask me. So I'll just click on standard download, and bang, off we go. I've started downloading it here. It's up in the top left. If I click on that, there it is. I own a copy. That's literally all there is to it. Thanks for watching.